we are doing connection check-in, and we are burning the smoked vanilla and cashmere candle, which is honestly, out of the 3 little candles, is my favorite smelling one. So it was just like, this is the vibe for today. So for pile 1, we have the amethyst with the card Spirit. For pile 2, we have the clear quartz with the card Ajar. For pile 3, we have red jasper with the card Check. Go ahead and take a moment to pick your pile, and then we'll check it out on the timestamp and we'll get to your reading. Alright, pile 1, if you chose Spirit and Amethyst, then this is your reading. Alrighty, we're going to see what's going on with this connection here. You have Girl with the Snake. I also apologize, guys. My throat has been kind of like dry today, and so I've been trying to drink my smoothie in between. Mirror. Heartbroken and Love Call. I'm gonna pull a little bit of tarot. I'm gonna use my new favorite deck. I will be using some more Rider-Waite later on in the month, because we gotta respect the Rider-Waite. I Pamela put a lot of work into it. So what's happening for you, pile 1 here? Oh, the one was flipped. We got 2 8s. So 8 is a number of change. So there's going to be some kind of shifting going on with this connection. And just we'll get one more to at least make the tarot and the oracle even. Alright, so we have Girl with the Snake. It says, empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or use enabled boundaries. So it could be feeling like maybe in this connection, at least at the moment, it may feel like you're not being heard, or your boundaries are not being met, you're not being respected in the way that you would have wanted or hoped. It makes you feel kind of stuck in that way, like a repeating cycle of like, is this connection ever going to get better here, or are we going to keep running in these willy-nilly circles? We also have Mirror, which says mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, and introspection. We have that with the 8 of Wands here. So I do feel like going forward, you guys are going to be kind of realizing this pattern a little bit more. I think the person that you're with is going to be becoming more aware of it. I think they're going to step back and kind of look at the situation and realize they're part in it. Like, this is like, as we can see, the mirror is in here. So we know that, like, both of you guys are kind of mirroring each other. Both of you guys are contributing to this cycle. And so for the cycle to end, either one of you have to realize your effect within the cycle, your part in the cycle. And I believe that this person will come to realize what they've been doing, because we have Heartbroken here with Strength in reverse, and Heartbroken says deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. So I feel like once this person realizes the cycle themselves, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of distancing between you two. It's going to be a little disheartening and heartbreaking, but we do have Love Calling and Death, and that's giving me the idea that there's a good chance that you guys are going to be renewing the relationship or the connection. So I feel like it's going to have a second chance. Like once we figure out these cycles are happening and we're aware of them and we are making changes so that it doesn't continue on in the way that it has been, which will be a very disheartening process and not easy, because we do have strength in reverse and hurt. I feel like you're going to feel like you've lost all your strength through it. You may feel like giving up at some point, but I do, with the death, it is giving me more of more hope that you will be able to revive everything, or at least start like a new chapter, whether or not it continues to work in the long run or not, which is not for me to say. I would just say that you at least will get another chance and see where it goes from there. I'm gonna see what comes out of these cards for you guys. Boom. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Alright, so I think this recognizing of these cycles will come to light very soon. There's going to be some kind of, I don't know if it needs to be like a conversation or what, but there needs to be like some kind of realization that like, hey, we're doing this to ourselves. Can we stop? What can we do differently? Free yourself. So it's time to take back control of your life. So, create those boundaries for yourself. If you feel like this person is not respecting them, make sure that you're respecting their boundaries and give them the space for them to be them and do their thing, but let them know like they cannot disrespect your boundaries either, and that you have your space and your freedom to be yourself and do your thing also. Okay, we got one more in there. Alright, and we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, so there's a reason why you might be sticking it out with them, like you have real feelings for them, and this is like a legitimate connection, but, it's just like learning learning each other's love language, learning each other's boundaries, and you just need to be really, really open to what your boundaries are. They need to know, or they're going to keep crossing them without knowing it if you don't say anything or you just let it go. Just know that like your boundaries, they're making you uncomfortable for a reason. You have them for a reason. So make sure that you're able to respect yourself and your boundaries by letting them know what you do not like and what you will not accept, and stand by it no matter what, because if they really do care about you and love you, then they're not going to want to cross them. Alright, so we're going to get some additional messages on like what's going on within this relationship here. We have bitterness, resentment, anger, hurtful words. So they're speaking to you in a way that you do not appreciate and you do not like, and I believe you will not allow. So it's good to kind of like, if they're coming at you in a way, it's better to just like point it out and say like, hey, you're speaking to me like this again. I'm happy to speak with you whenever you're ready to speak with me in the way that I want to speak in, with respect, and because don't go and disrespect them back. Don't go with coming back with hurtful words and anger back at them, but just kind of let them know like, hey, you're crossing my boundaries, so as long as you're doing that, we're not going to talk. We're going to talk when you calm down, kind of thing. This is kind of just like a suggestion. Hey, what's going on in this relationship? I feel like one flipped. I could just be losing my mind. Yeah, I think I'm losing my mind. Now I'm just dropping them all. But I don't think any flipped. It just felt like it did. Alright, so we do have chemistry, attraction, spark, and passion. So I do believe that, it is a passionate connection, that you do truly have a connection and that you care for each other and you have feelings for each other, even with these boundaries being crossed, which is like, you have that foundation of relationship that you need. But for it to thrive, all parties need to be respected and happy. And we have influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. And that could be some of the influences being attached to them, like why you're allowing them to get away with so much. But at the end of the day, your attachment should be more towards yourself. Your attachment should be the people that you're choosing to have around you, should be the ones that also love you as much as you do. And so that's what your real attachment should be, and not a specific person. because on the end of the day, we can enjoy people's personalities and having them around, but they are going to be who they are, and either they will be forced or they won't. And the last card I got here is Emotional Storm, turmoil, unstable, and affected. So it does seem like there is a lot of turmoil. I saw obsession on the bottom of the deck, and also lusting. So you could be very, very much attracted to this person, but again, at the end of the day, we having obsession is, and being attached is not the correct way to be feeling and going about it. It's more of a mutual appreciation of being around each other, and a part of that is going to be with respect within our boundaries and how we speak to one another. I'm going to see if we get any messages from them. We're going to use our Hidden Truth Oracle. Sorry about that, guys. My camera died. So what you guys missed is I was trying to get some messages from this person's higher self, and the whole deck exploded on me, basically. So it was telling me, showing me how much I feel like is going on in their mind. I feel like their mind is just all over the place. They're going back and forth. They're also confused. They're also bogged down. So I think a lot of, communication and learning to, again, respect each other's boundaries is going to make a huge difference in the relationship and allow you to revive it. Which then again, like I said, we have the Death card. So that is very promising that you're going to be able to talk it out, lay to rest this patterns that you guys have been going through, and to move on to the next stage. So the message is, you were the best thing in my life. So I think they do appreciate you in their life. I think they do see your value, which is why they're sticking it out with you for now. We both know I am not the one for you. So this person is having doubts, possibly with how much you guys could be fighting or going back and forth at one another. It could be causing doubt in their mind, but they're not seeing the part that they're playing, that they're disrespecting. And so, like I said, if you kind of point it out and just not allow it to happen anymore, it could come, they're realizing, it'll help them realize, like, hey, that maybe this isn't right. They'll help them. I think I'll give them time to calm down enough to really be able to work things out with you. We also have I wish things could be different. So they do want it to work. They do care about the relationship, and I love you unconditionally. So I do feel like they have legitimate feelings here. You guys are just working through, it just seems like, communication and compatibility is what needs to be worked through. Just seeing if you guys are compatible with one another, but I do believe that you both have real feelings for one another. I don't think they're like lying to you or tricking you or anything like that. I think it's just, just learning to see if you guys are compatible or not. So I'm going to get some advice cards for you. All right, so we have compassion. You are being asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend, being a lover, a loving comforter who always has your back, okay? So just, not only have compassion for them during these situations when they're blowing off at you, have compassion for them and realizing that they're getting triggered, and be patient with that and let them do their thing until they can calm down and come back to you. Do not subject yourself, of course, if they're being triggered, but at least have some kind of understanding, compassion that they have issues. And then you can decide whether or not you guys can work through it and if they can surpass it or not. If you find it worth it for your life or not, that's kind of like you can feel that out. And also have compassion for yourself. Whatever they're getting upset about, don't take it all on you. Usually if someone's getting triggered and upset, that's on them. That's themselves. And of course we can all improve, but not from a place of anger, but from a place of love. Now we also have open up, which says you're being asked to open your heart to another, to let down your walls and trust that you want what's best for you. That they want what's best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. So yes, I think just really clear communication on everything, what's bothering you, finding out what's bothering them, and then finding out like what is that underneath that's really getting to them. There's usually it's not most of the time, I can't say all the time, But I feel like a lot of the times when someone's getting upset at something, it's something that's bothering them, like triggering them from their past, and it has nothing to do with you. So that's always something to keep in mind as well. That's something you guys can work through. I'm trying to get one more advice card for you. Well, I have listen. Hold on. It says you're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and do a yes or no question, so preferably revolving around this specific relationship or this, I would say, this specific connection. So go ahead and think of your question. We'll get you an answer here. So we have remain positive. I think whatever the situation is, remaining positive will continue to help it grow and heal. And we have the situation will improve, okay? And I think, again, that comes back with the whole working through it, communicating, and making sure respecting one another's boundaries is going to help. Just having that understanding. And again, if they don't, then honestly, I just don't think that's someone worth having in your life. That no one can truly love you if they do not respect your boundaries. So they should know that you are a human being. You're a free being. And so, yeah. You just gotta respect that. If you love spending time with each other, and then you'll love doing, then that's great. You'll spend time together. So you can't force it. All right, pile one. That's all the messages that I have for you. I hope this reading was helpful, and I will see you guys on the next reading. Stay sentient, stay kind. Hello, pile 2. If you guys chose a jar with the clear quartz, then this is going to be your pile. I'm going to start with some oracle and kind of get like a check-in and see what's going on in this relationship here. We'll be going on / seeing where it's going. Right, we have I like you, talking, the sword in rose, paradise, bottom of the deck, phoenix. I'm gonna I'm gonna pull some tarot for you. There was one already flipped in there. Kind of like stood out. Let's see what it was. The 5 of Wands. I like this. I'm having some good news here for you guys. Hold on. See what these other tarot cards that come out. Yep. It's getting better by the minute. All right. Alright, so right now we have the 5 of Wands and I like you. Someone likes you, romance is blooming. Let's just say fun, flirting, and want to date. So I feel like for this connection, I feel like it's someone that you really like and you kind of feel like they like you, but you're not really sure. Like they just kind of seem like a little iffy, back and forth. It's like they kind of give you signs that they want to be with you, but then they kind of don't. Like I'm seeing like a little it feels like you're fighting with them a little bit. And again, I would come back and say here, like, don't try to force anything, and just kind of like be yourself, and kind of, but let them know that you like them, because here we have talking, which is interesting, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. So I think that, I think that it will be important for you to kind of reach out. It's good for you to let them know what your intention is, and that you like them, and that you want to spend more time and get to know them. So I think, like, if you make that clear, it's going to help you tremendously, because right now it does feel like, at least from what I'm seeing, that you may feel like you're carrying all the burden by yourself. Like, you're the one who's like, oh, you really like them, but you kind of think they like you back, but you're not sure. So you feel like you're just like the one kind of doing all the pursuing, and it's just like wearing you down some, or like you're dropping hints and they're not getting it. And so I think the best solution would be to, like, forget about dropping hints and just be a little bit more forward. And I think just having that kind of conversation is going to, reveal all that you need to know. Now, I can't say 100% for everyone, like, hey, it's going to work out as a general reading, but I think for the collective, which is most of everybody here, I'm going to say it's going to be a positive reaction. So we have Judgment here, and we have the Sword in the Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. So, once you open up the gates, which is what this looks like, you're like opening up the gates to the truth, then you are going to find out whether or not they like you. There will be no more of this wondering, no more of this fighting back and forth in your head. Do they like me? Do they not? We've been talking. Why is it not going anywhere? You'll be able to lay everything out on the table and know what's going on. So I think that it will be important to express how you feel and your intention. And again, like, you don't have to put any pressure on it. You don't have to be like, oh, I want to date you or whatever. Just say like, hey, I would like to spend more time with you, get to know you more and see where this goes, because I am interested in you. I think you're attractive, I like your personality, whatever. So you can kind of go about it that way, so it's not like too pressury, but it's also like clear. It's clear what you want. And then hopefully they can clearly, from that, you'll see their reaction and their response, and you'll have a better idea of what they want as well. And the card after that is Paradise and Empress, which is giving me even more positive vibes here, because it says happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. And the Empress is about growing things. So I do think from this, your relationship can grow to the next level. Now, it doesn't mean like it has to be a relationship per se, but it will grow. You will grow closer to the person, because everything will be out in the open. There'll be nothing to hide. You don't feel like you're having to protect yourself anymore. You'll be able to have more open communication and be even closer friends and have a closer connection because of it, because of the sharing. And then the ending cards, we have the Phoenix and the Two of Wands in reverse. So the Phoenix is new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, grow, change mind. So it is giving me more feelings that, like, whatever was going on before, this confusion will now transform into a more solid relationship. You'll know where it's going. And again, if it's something where the person, you find out the person doesn't like you back, I do think like there is some kind of connection there, or else you wouldn't be wondering and talking to them all the time. So I feel like whatever it is, it's going to solidify more your relationship, whether it's a friend or not. And if they don't like you back, then maybe they have good friends who might like you, or you might connect with more. So, if they don't like you back, you can still be friends, and you can meet some of their friends, and you'll have more opportunities that way. But I think that, like, it will transform the relationship in a very positive way if you have that open communication with them. No matter which way it goes, it will affect the relationship positively. I'm trying to think of what this Two of Wands has given me here. And I really do believe that this transformation is going to be the beginning of a new journey. Now, it may not feel like immediate results, whichever way it goes, yes or no, right? Rejection or not. I feel like it's not going to be like a sudden change, like, oh, we're moving to the next level, like crazy. I think the journey will begin, but it will be a slow journey. It will be slow in the beginning. It can pick up later, but I do feel like in the beginning it will transform slowly, but again, it will all be in a positive direction. All right, so we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. I think that's what this whole reading is about. Just being brave enough to do it, and everything will be okay. Everything will be good. All right, for yourself, so I feel like you holding yourself back is affecting the relationship negatively in a way of, again, like having that confusion, not knowing where each other's at, and it's hard for you to go to the next level of having that bond with that person and being on the same page. So I think, freeing yourself of what you're holding back is going to make such a difference. Healing family issues, you could feel like, maybe that's part of what's holding you back. Like maybe you're scared of repeating past cycles that was within your family, but you got to put yourself out there. And because we have love yourself first, so you have to always know that you no matter what happens within relationships, within dating and connections, that you have your back. You're putting yourself first. You got you. So no matter what happens, it'll all be Gucci good. All right, we're gonna get further insights on what's going on in this connection. Escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. So I think you've been doing that again with your feelings and not being open. Beginnings. Okay, try again. New direction, start over. So give that a second chance. Put yourself out there. It's going to give you that new beginning, that phoenix that we have here. And we have curse. Witchcraft, negative mind. So yes, I feel like you could be maybe from the family issues. You could be cursing the relationship and acting, you're the one making it confusing for yourself because of the non-open communication. So it's causing you, to have a negative mind, to be confused. So, that's part of that freeing yourself, allowing yourself to be open and allowing that person in. And, then you no longer have to have a negative mind because you'll be able to accept what is the truth because you will know the truth. And that is the whole dealio about it. All right, so we're going to get some messages from their higher self. The timing just wasn't right for us. So I feel like this person can feel that it's not being revealed, so maybe it's making them uncomfortable about what they want. I want to be more than friends. Okay, I'm telling you, the majority of people in this pile is going to be a yes from them. All right. You speak to me through music and we will be together again. So possibly you could have been with this person in like a past life and they're ready to rekindle that. Like maybe you guys came back for each other in this life. Like there's a good possibility, maybe through music, like there's songs that you feel connected to one another with. You're like, I feel like this is from like a soulmate, but I don't know who that is. Or if you both found that and you're like, is that from them, their higher selves? You could be like your higher selves talking to one another. So that would be interesting, huh? I'm gonna pull a few cards for some advice for you. Focus. You're being asked to shift your focus away from what isn't working and toward what is. Paying extra attention to where you place your focus is the first step to creating an amazing life. Manifest. You're always manifesting whether you're aware of it or not, which comes back to probably this curse card here. Manifestation is based on your thoughts, and you're being asked to manifest consciously through positive thinking, so you'll attract into your life exactly what you're wanting. Alright, so go ahead and think of a yes or no question, preferably regarding this connection that we are asking about or talking about today. And I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for an answer for you. Or multiple cards, we'll see. Depending on how strong-willed, if this card is a direct yes or no, then we won't have to pull anymore, but we'll see what comes out. Improving health. All right, so I think a part of that is going to be improving your mental state and how you're looking at the relationship and how you're going about it. Ooh. Get more information. And I also, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I pulled within the next few weeks, so I do believe that if you will be opening up to them within the next few weeks, you'll get the confirmation that you are wanting and needing. That's all the messages that I have for you, Pile 2. Thank you so much for coming to your reading, and good luck with this connection, wink wink, because I know, again, you're going to have a positive outcome no matter whether they say yes, they like you, or they don't. Your relationship will deepen, your connection will deepen, and you'll have more opportunities to meet someone who does like you. So anyway, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I hope to see you next week. Stay sentient, stay kind, bye. Hello, Pile 3. If you chose the red jasper and the check card, then this is going to be your pile. We're going to go ahead and pull some oracle cards. We're going to see what's going on within this connection and what direction it's going in. So let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. Have a little peek-see, as they say. You don't have to tell me. I know I'm getting weirder by the minute. I know. What is going on with Pile 3? I'm almost getting like a vacation vibe. We got camera and sunglasses. You guys could be having like a lot of memories that you could be recently reminiscing on some of the memories that you guys had together and some of the lovely conversations that you've had. It looks like you've just been focusing a lot on the relationship. Whoa. Alright, we're gonna pull some tarot. I never like going just based off of oracle. Let's see what the tarot has to say about this. About this engagement. Automatically, it's like, whoa. Alrighty. Okay. So, from what I see here, it does feel like there's some even give and take between you two, like at least for feelings. I feel that, again, you guys had a good distant past together. I feel like right now you're deciding almost whether or not you want to stay with them in this connection. I feel like maybe there could be something that you feel is off-putting for you between you two that you don't feel like is fully connecting here. Let's get some clarification on these two crystals. You're like, what in the world? You should be looking for clarification on the 10, which we will. So we have the 5 of stars in reverse. I mean, to me, it feels like, you know, you were hoping at one point that this relationship could become something more serious and turn into an engagement, but you just don't feel like that's what's happening right now. You don't feel like that is the direction that it's currently going in. I just feel like maybe you feel like there might be like the relationship was beautiful at one point, but you feel like it might be taking a turn into a more negative state where you feel kind of like alone and isolated, like they're not hearing you out or seeing your point of view. Let's get a clarification on these 10 of crystals. I mean, there's some kind of falling out for sure going on. Sunglasses says watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. So maybe you thought the relationship was going one way and then they like dropped a bomb and it completely flipped you upside the head. So now you're confused about what to do because you're like, well, I thought the relationship was going one way and I thought we were growing and we were building memories and like we were becoming closer together. But now I'm realizing like, you know, now that some kind of truth has been revealed, that you feel like all that you thought was happening is not happening anymore. And even though you're wanting it to work out and you're wanting it to be a magician, you're now confused because you don't feel like they're on the same page as you. I mean, we also have the 7 of Cups here. Like, there's a lot of choices going on. Like, you're just it seems like you're very confused about which direction to go in. Which, you know, I would be too from this. Can I get a little bit more tarot here? I mean, yeah. 3 of Wands in reverse. Like, you feel like there's like a stunt. It feels like almost like there's a stunt in the growth of the relationship. Like, you're not feeling very good and positive about it. I'm seeing a lot of negativity here. And it does seem like, you know, like, again, you had good memories in the past, but, you know, you thought the relationship was going in another direction, like a more positive, but it just seems like this other person doesn't feel that way. Let's see if we can get some more oracle and see what's going on here. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your youthful spirit to shine through. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Past life relationship and you deserve love. Past life relationship, you have been known each other before. You deserve love. You are lovable. This could be a karmic relationship, that there's something between you two that you're needing to heal and grow from a past life that maybe you weren't able to work out within the past life, but now you're getting an opportunity to help each other out and try again, to allow that to happen within this lifetime. So maybe this is like one of the challenges, this bomb that's dropped, is like how to work through it. Do we stay? Do we go? Do we try and figure it out? I think that, you know, through it, I think that you should trust yourself and make sure that the other person is showing you love and knowing that you do deserve love, and that if this person seems like, you know, maybe they don't have feelings for you and you thought that they did. I'm not really sure what the situation is, or like, you know, you thought the relationship is going in a positive direction, they're feeling another way, like they're like there's too many conflicts between you guys' interests and values and the way that you're hoping to go through life. Some kind of bomb in that realm could have been dropped here, and so it's really throwing you off. But you're asked to, there could have been maybe like a lot of pressure on the relationship, like maybe they feel like it was moving too seriously, too fast, too soon. So maybe to help get through the situation is knowing that, you know, you deserve the best, you deserve love, you deserve someone who loves you back and can appreciate you for who you are. But in the meantime, while you're still figuring things out and deciding, because obviously you're confused right now, there's many directions you can go in, the best that you can do is trust them for now, since you at least have this open communication enough for you to know what's happening, right? You've had a conversation. Starting to make me think that's what this love call and temperance is that, you know, you're in the middle road, you're trying to decide which way you want to go, stay or go. And the love call is making me think that you guys had that open communication for that bomb to have been dropped. That's how you know. And so it's like, at least that person was open enough to tell you about it, so trust that they're going to be truthful with you, which is a good sign, first of all, so that's awesome. And if you haven't decided yet, just try and keep yourself not be too stressed and putting on too much strain on the relationship with it. Try to keep a more playful type of atmosphere, and have that kind of openness to really give the relationship a chance and seeing, like, is this something that we can work through and change, or do we need to drop this connection completely? But I think, like, right now, your advice is to, like, not forget that you deserve someone who is going to reciprocate any feelings and see your value, and so you knowing that is your goal, but at the same time, you know that you can trust this other person, since you had that open communication, and to keep things light until you figure it out. All right, so I'm going to pull some more oracle, see what's going on. So we have exhaustion, depletion, drained, long journey. Can feel like an exhausting journey you're going on. Obsession, infatuation, adoration, addiction. You could really, really like this person to an extent that it does feel like an obsession. We have influences, attachments, third-party peers. I mean, it's obvious that you really, really like the person, but you know that you are deserving of love. We have apology, forgiveness, return, sorry. So maybe if they had dropped this bomb on you too aggressively, I feel like they are not happy about how they how they delivered it, so they might come back and apologize for it, or you guys are going to have a chance to rekindle what you had lost from that conversation. But again, you're still deciding, and having that awareness of what's going on, I think, is really great. So do keep that in that forefront, but allow yourself to forgive them for hurting any feelings that they may have hurt, because it was not intentional. So we have bitterness. Oh, just like dropping everything here. Resentment, anger, and hurtful words. So you're still probably feeling a little bit hurt from the whole situation. But we also have peace, which is balance, harmony, and friendship. So I still think that there is, whether they have feelings or not, or whatever is going on here, I think there is some type of friendship, and you can find peace within that, like knowing that you're not intentionally out here trying to hurt each other, trying to manipulate each other. This is not someone who's purposely out here trying to hurt you. They just, some people, they just don't have feelings. They don't have feelings. You can't, force it. They are who they are, and they're feeling what they're feeling. So, but you can find peace within, like, knowing that, like, that the truth, and that that you deserve love. And so no matter what, you deserve someone who's going to find your value. We're going to go see some messages from their higher selves. Some messages from pile 3's person. I'm so attracted to you. So I think this person is physically attracted to you. They got a thing for you. I am afraid to contact you. So I feel like they're feeling the pressure of this rift, this bomb they dropped as well. I feel like they can feel your reaction, so it might make them uncomfortable about now knowing the next steps themselves. Okay. I want to be more than friends. So I feel like this person really does, they want it to work. They just know that you can't force anything, but they do want it to work. And we have Speak to Me Through Music. I'm going to try and get you guys one more here. You guys could have songs together. You know, they do value and, you know, reminisce that. Right, and we have, we will be together again. It could also be like a situation if, like, you guys don't work out within this lifetime, a future one, you can be together again, as it seems like you guys have been in a past life together before. So that might be something interesting to check out, is like doing like a past life regression and kind of exploring that realm and seeing, like, you know, is this someone that you've had, that you've known in a past life? Is this a karmic relationship? Because I'm getting a lot of karmic relationship you know, feelings from this. I'm feeling like this is one, so that might be something interesting to explore, and seeing if you did know this person from a past life, and what is the lesson that you're supposed to be learning with them in this one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some advice cards for you guys. So we have presence. You're being asked to spend more time in the present moment and stop ruminating about the past and longing for the future. Your life is happening right now and you're in the present moment, so do not miss the beauty of it. And that comes with some of that beginning part where I feel like you've been reminiscing on the past and replaying old conversations, especially ones where they're expressing their love to you before they express their whatever this bomb was. And you know, reminiscing on the good times, which is awesome. It's good to remember them, but do not get stuck in them. Be, you know, more present and seeing like where you're at now and how you can grow from here. But don't be like looking for the future. Like, you know, like I know you're like hoping that things will work out in the point because you like them so much and you're hoping that it would go in their direction of, you know, an engagement. Not so much anymore, but at one time you did, until you've been off put and thrown off by everything. But, you know, kind of like dropping all that aside and just paying attention to what is your connection like now and seeing if it's worth pursuing any longer. Is just, you know, feeling out how it is now. Oop. We have receive, patience, and resolution. So receive says you're being asked to open to receiving a universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. So yeah, just like being aware. I think this also comes with like knowing that you deserve love. I think that really does circle back around that, knowing that you deserve to receive things, and part of that is receiving love. And again, if someone cannot give you that, then that is not something that is worth sticking around. I think that should make the decision right there, is that if they cannot provide you what you need, then you're going to have to move on to someone who can. Now we have patience, which is you're being asked to practice patience right now. And so that's part of this, like feeling out where it's going, staying present, and not reminiscing too much on the past or future, but kind of just getting a feel for where it's going and being patient with that and feeling like, is this something that we can overcome or not? You're going to be able to feel that out. So it says it is not easy to do this, but you are strong, and there's the reason why things aren't aligning in the way that you want them to in the moment. Have patience, it will eventually work out. Whether it's like whatever you desire or not, it's more of it will work out in whatever is the best possible resolution, which is what we have the card right here, resolution. It will work out in the best possible way that it should, and, you know, just having trust that it will, okay? That's also with the card trust here. Resolution says whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved, so you're going to be figuring this out sooner than you think, okay? It says remember that resolutions don't always happen the way that we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief, and that is true. We don't like being in this stuck, like where you are right now with this indecision, confusion, choices. Nobody likes being stuck in that kind of situation, and so soon enough, it will come to light. Just by staying present and feeling it out, it will come to light what is the best decision. Is it worth continuing or not? It will become fully known to you, and so from there, you'll be able to know what the next steps is best for your happiness and your peace, and you'll be able to move forward and know what decision, like you'll be knowing what you want to do to move forward, and I think that in itself will bring a lot of peace and comfort. So now we're going to do a yes or no answer card. So go ahead and think of your question, preferably about the connection that we have here. So preferably your question will be about that in regards to it. And I'm going to go ahead and get you guys an answer here. So we have remain positive and wait. Don't stop. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have in the near future. So I think that the cards are encouraging you to wait it out and feel it out and using your best judgment from there. And I think that could be part of your karmic lesson, is to be able to listen to that inner voice, to listen to that inner self, to know what it is that you need to do, what is best for you, and just learning of how to know that what you deserve and what you should accept. And so I think that that is all could be part of this karmic lesson here, and that's why Spirit seems to be leaving it up to you on to that decision. And so that's why you're being encouraged to wait, to feel it out, don't give up just yet, but to really be very firm in your decision, because right now you're confused, and I think Spirit wants you to be more certain about what your decision is when you make it. And so I think just having that patience and waiting and feeling it out, you'll be able to discern that better, whether this is something that can be worked on or that's worth working on, or if you know for sure that this is not for you and that you deserve better. I mean, even if you had wanted it and hoped it at one time, you now know that what you thought was true is no longer true, and people change, and that happens. And you're going to find someone who's going to choose you always, and that's what's most important, is finding someone who will always choose you, and you will always choose them, and that's what keeps the relationship going. And if this person cannot provide that, then it might be time to let it go. So, but again, that's something that you have to decide for yourself and to feel it out and to make that decision. So all right, pile 3, those are all the messages that I have for you. I hope you have a great rest of your week and hope to see you next week. Stay sentient, stay kind. Bye.